When I heard they were making a live action How to Train Your Dragon, my first thought was, already? Which revealed to myself that I was expecting them to make a live action version of this film and probably any other animated film out there, like they did with Lion King. But I do have a bone to pick with that because Lion King was not really live action. It was still animated, but whatever. My next thought was, well, why are they making this? Because the old one was great and it was made not that long ago. Do we really need another live action remake? But then my next thought was, well, I've got to go see it because I love this movie and I want to see this in theaters again. So yeah, we went and we bought tickets for a whopping $22 a person. And yeah, apparently we bought the Santikos AVX, the audio-visual experience. And yeah, it was underwhelming. I was expecting like Avatar or something, like the Avatar ride at Disney World, where the seat's moving or whatever, you get smoke blown in your face. But yeah, it was pretty much indistinguishable from just a regular theater. So I'm not sure what the AVX experience was supposed to be. And if you don't know what I mean by Santikos AVX, Santikos is a local San Antonio movie theater chain, which honestly deserves its own video because how did they survive the pandemic as a small local chain? I have no idea. So another topic for another video, but whatever. We'll get into that later. So yeah, after spending nearly $50, we went and saw How to Train Your Dragon live action. And here's what you should know. Here are my thoughts. If you're planning to see this movie, you should know that it is exactly the same movie. Word for word, shot for shot, it is the same movie. And I know like Lion King had some kind of new original scenes and like different songs or whatever. It was uncanny how exact it was, to the point where I was like, man, this makes the original look like just a cheap previs for the later movie that was coming. There were, I guess, a couple of changes. There were some new jokes, I think, that were kind of funny. And then there was some diversity, like they threw in some Hollywood diversity stuff. And it was like, okay, whatever. Small changes. But besides that, like literally everything was the exact same. And I think that's kind of interesting. So if you think about from a writer or director or studio perspective, they're looking at all these other remakes that are coming out and people are just review bombing it because they don't like the changes that they made. So they're looking at that going, well, you know what? Why don't we just try making it by the book? We're just going to make the exact same movie. And apparently audiences love it. And I think it's interesting because, if you're going to go see a movie and you're going to spend $50 in an evening, you're probably going to want to see something that's familiar or safe rather than, I'm going to risk $50 on something that's maybe not super interesting and I could get more entertainment quality out of just scrolling Instagram. So that to say, I think audiences have kind of become lazy in their choice of content or movies or art. And the studios are seeing that and being like, you know what? They don't want new stuff. Well, just give them the same old stuff. Let's make another Fast and Furious. Let's make another Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick. Let's make another, whatever, Mission Impossible. You name it. There's probably another sequel. Another Jurassic World. We watched Jurassic Park the other week, or Jurassic World, and we were like, this is like the exact same movie. But why would they risk it? Why would they risk $100 million or $200 million if the audiences are just going to be like, yeah, we don't like it? So I would say it's more our faults that we've been on social media for so long now, and we've been scrolling and just getting these dopamine hits that now we don't even have the patience to sit through an original film. And it's not that there aren't original films either. With the rise of cheap filmmaking equipment, anybody with an idea can make an original film, and tons of people have been doing it. There are tons of original films, probably more than ever. But I think the audiences just don't have the patience to sit through that anymore. If they're going to go to the movie theater, they want something that's predictable. So after seeing How to Train Your Dragon live action, I would say I actually enjoyed it a lot. It hit all the beats of the original one. Obviously, it was the same film. But it's just such a good story, and the music is so good, and the visuals are so good. But seeing it in this format, honestly, I think I kind of liked it more than the original. It was more vibrant, and seeing like actors actually express, and you can see their facial expressions versus like, an animated film, which is good, but just doesn't hit the same. So I thought it was really good. And, despite my early skepticism, I enjoyed it. So in closing, I think it's easy to be skeptical about the constant remakes or sequels or cinematic universes. And I think that studios are just looking to make money. Obviously, they have a business model. But I think we as consumers can get upset that, they're not making original content, when it's really, we're the ones that have lost our imagination and our wonder for interesting or original films. And we're just, we're lazy. We've been scrolling on Instagram so long that now we want something fast and we want it now. And I think that, it could help to just slow down and to be bored and to create our own art, to learn our own skills, and maybe like sit down and watch a movie that's actually challenging. So that's my take. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you later.